3rd and 5. Brady, Micah Parsons brings him down.
Watch this move. Back inside. You set him up with the outside move. You win there. You get Donovan Smith going hard to try and catch up to Micah Parsons.
3 for the first down. 4 for the touchdown. Parsons got Brady again. 2 sacks for Micah Parsons.
With your second team tackle, let's put our best against him, and here we go. Parsons just right around him. No contest.
Just 39 years young, 4th year. Here's a 2nd and 11. The pressure. Burrow looking for somewhere to go, and Micah Parsons says, I'll take you right here at the 31.
Watch how fast. Go up, and then boom, right underneath. And this is where he gets so many of his sacks. He goes up and under, and he has one of the fastest,
On Cincinnati's last possession. Here's the 2nd and 6. Pressure. Ball's out. Ball's on the ground.
It's a fight for it.
Parsons.
Oh, who's going to get it?
Parsons and Mixon are the two tangling for it, and they say Mixon has hold of it.
You need to go through it a little bit to really be at your best. Otherwise, you really just can't be, at your best right away.
Parsons is at his best. He's got another sack.
I see what you did with that one, Jim. Just trying to be one-on-one. He doesn't even feel like anyone's there. And this time he goes up and under. Now he just goes right around. And Williams, you really don't have a chance. I mean, this guy is on pace. He was on pace earlier for 25 sacks this year. He's way ahead of that now, probably.
Ready? Here's Barkley. Met in the backfield and dropped. Quentin Bohanna was the first one there, and a loss of 1.
We have to execute better, guys.
Yeah, they've done some good things, no doubt about that. Trying to get the run game continue to go. That is going to go backwards. Micah Parsons just blew that play up. Cups on the top of your screen. Again, he's matched up with Brown, not Diggs. Pressure up the middle. Lawrence coming. Down goes Stafford. It's Micah Parsons.
Just coming in on 3rd down, working out good. You see they use Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence on the same side. Lawrence flushes Stafford to his right into the hands of Micah Parsons. You see him, he's dealing with chips, he's dealing with edges. Just play to get in field goal range, be smart.
Pressure, they get it out. Here's Robinson, looks for a block, and has a positive gain down to around the 32, which makes it certainly a makeable field goal, and down by 9. You'll take it all day. Stafford, more pressure. Parsons, sack, fumble, it's loose. The 5th sack of the day for Dallas, and they've got it.
Well, we said it, pass rushers end games. I don't know if there's a better one in the NFL right now than Micah Parsons. Havenstein at the right tackle spot's had trouble all day. Maybe expecting a little help there from his back, but either way, Micah Parsons battling through some of the injury.
And here go the Eagles jumping the ball. Hurts, pulls it, throws it, dropped by Dallas Goedert. May have been tipped as Goedert was coming across the formation. 2nd down. And the results have been strong. This is Sanders again. This time, Micah Parsons puts up a stop sign. Big 2nd down stop for the Cowboys.
Look at all the people they have up at the line of scrimmage, and you can't see it here, but it's straight man-to-man coverage on the outside. So now you're going to see Sirianni, and
Boston Scott the back, 2nd and 10. He'll run to the left. Van Der Esch, good pursuit to get there. Using that speed. Leighton Van Der Esch had a nice season in his 5th year out of Boise State. Got in there for a loss. It'll set up 3rd and long.
Yeah, they really talk about Van Der Esch as being one of the best tacklers on this football team. He's kind of made a comeback, don't you think?
I do.
There was a time where it really looked like he may be working his way over Driscoll all night, I would guess.
2nd and 10, dropping back in coverage here. Van Der Esch brought the pressure. That pass is broken up. And Parsons going back in coverage, working on Goedert there.
Cowboys blitzing. Goff rolling out. And he gets taken down at the 50. Parsons ran all the way over to get him. on the official stats, guys. Okay, let's.
There he is again.
Oh, look at it! Ball just pops out. Oh, now there's another fumble, and Lawrence falls on it.
But just watch this, and he's doing this against Decker. And this guy is just different.
Four-man rush. Fields stepping up. Sidearm sling. He's got a connection. There goes Montgomery, who lost the football. And the Cowboys have it. It's Parsons on top of it. Micah Parsons on the move. And Micah Parsons is in.
Micah Parsons brings the pressure. It's the escape up the field. Really nice job right there by Justin Fields finding David Montgomery. Leighton Vander Esch with the strip. And Justin Fields hops over Micah Parsons. And I don't think he was ever touched.
It is both a turnover play and a scoring play, so under double a review. But Vander Esch knocks it free. Let's watch here to see if there's any contact whatsoever. Wow.
Jones, they've run this before. This time the Cowboys all over it, and he gets swarmed. Dorrance Armstrong.
Parsons lined up on the near side, standing up and trying to attack. Cousins, here comes Parsons. Parsons got him from behind, and the ball is out. And the Cowboys recover. It was Parsons coming around his man and getting to him from behind, and Armstrong has the recovery. Just that, right?
Yeah, the Vikings have really done a great job, and that's rare right there. Darisaw is one of the really, he's a great left tackle in this game, and this is rare. He's only given up 10 pressures all year out of 383 snaps, but the first time today he gets an opportunity, and you see why. That's Parsons at his best.
There's Parsons. Micah Parsons, such a force.
Another fake. Pressure and a lot of it. Jones steps away in trouble. Daniel Jones just kind of backpedaling forward, and he's going to lose a yard, so it will be a sack. It's Micah Parsons who gets his 11th of the year.
The quarterback to the right, you're not as concerned over the defensive end to your left. Well, when it's number 11, Micah Parsons, you have to be worried about where he is.
Jones on the fake. Pressure coming, and he's sacked by Parsons. His second of the game.
These pass situations, he's down here at the bottom of the screen, working on left tackle Andrew Thomas, and he's just so fast.
They keep flip-flopping around to make sure that Diggs is over here on the three-receiver side.
Micah Parsons. That defensive player of the year resume almost had.
Lawrence pressure right up the middle, and he is sacked. Micah Parsons gets home for his first of the game.
Well, they line up two guys outside. Micah Parsons is going to go with an inside stunt. Brandon Sheriff, the right guard. That's exactly what he did there for the first down.
More pressure. Lawrence spins away. How did he do it? Still on his feet. Inside the 40. Ball is loose, and it comes out. And the Cowboys have it. After an unbelievable play, the D takes it away.
Remarkable effort to just get out of this sack. And then for the young quarterback, just get down. Just get down. You've picked up the first down. There's no need to cut back for that hit. He's trying to make a play. He's competing so hard. He's got to learn when it's over, just get down.
Wow. J-Ron Curse with the shoulder forced it, and Micah Parsons picked it up. Not over. 3 timeouts remaining on a 3rd and 9. Minshew runs out. He can run for it. And Parsons says, no, you won't. Micah Parsons with the speed. He had some help from Deshaun Wright from the secondary, and after giving up the big play, the Dallas D will hold to a field goal try.
Pressured, look out, and down he goes, and the ball comes out as well.
Cowboys pounce on it, think they have it. No signal yet from the officials. That's Dante Fowler. He'll get the credit for the sack here. Meanwhile, somebody is half man, half bloodhound at the bottom of that pile. Dallas.
He is lined up on the inside shoulder of LaRaven Clark, and that creates the one-on-one opportunity because Roos, the guard, has to kick out. And once he kicks out, then it's a mismatch with Fowler's able to win. And look who's at the bottom trying to come up with that. None other than Micah Parsons. He can't use that club, so he's just trying to pull it in there with the right hand.
But if it's not here, there's 31 other teams that are evaluating this.
3rd and 5. Howell looking. Yeah, he is buried. Nowhere to go that time as Micah Parsons came up. Dorrance Armstrong there too.
Nightmare. Let's hope he's okay. He wins early, flushes Sam Howell out of the pocket. Sam Howell takes a big hit.
Buck started with Rashad White, and that's Parsons in the backfield to drag him down. The NFC South champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brady, quick throw, and Parsons is there, as he often is.
That he won't be a head coach somewhere next year.
On 2nd down and 7, this one is batted down. Parsons was there, wasn't alone. Odighizuwa there as well, and it's 3rd down and 7.
Get it to McCaffrey first, and McCaffrey runs right into a wall. Nowhere to go, and Micah Parsons there first.